Take care. And with that, we're going to begin this stream in earnest. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Magic Arena Run. Today, we are going to be streaming some traditional Tinker's Cube Draft. Now, okay, probably should. I really wish there's a way to mute Messenger. Oh well, we'll just leave it at that. But anyway, so without going too much through the card pool, there is a little bit of multicolored aspects to the cube draft this time. Actually, we probably should take a look at the pool. Now, primarily, we're going to take a look at the one thing that they've done really right is that they use the multicolored cards as a way to signal what's the things to look for. But we're actually going to skip towards the mana fixing. Now, the one thing that's certain is that we have the creature lands. We have thriving lands, so that's some fixing. We get Glacial Fortress, Hallowed. We get the shock lands. We get check lands. I think we also have the pathways and the temples, so that's the amount of fixing, but it's generally 2-color. 3-color fixing, Terramorphic Expanse, Evolving Wilds, Fabled Passage. That's pretty much it. The key parts here is that we actually have learn lesson packages throughout all the colors. Not very consistent, but we do have enough cards so that there you can probably dip into a lesson here or there. So that's something to look forward to. Another thing is that our artifacts look kind of fine. Nothing too powerful. As far as the cards are concerned, also nothing too powerful as well. So it's really all about synergy. So that's pretty much what we're going to go for. Basically, we're on the lookout for what are the best rares we can take for the first few cards, and what are the synergy. How do we get them all to work together? And we should also probably press ready. And we wait for everyone else. Now we're doing traditional cube draft, so you can get 3 matches all throughout. So it's pretty much 6 games guaranteed at the very least. So okay, we can kind of ignore rarity, but Toralf, very interesting but very tough to deal with. We probably should be using the news how do you call this? So because if we're looking for bombs, we have quite a few here. Archfiend of Ifnir, it sets us up to a cycling deck where we can do. It does help with self discard. We have a Hooded Blightfang for sort of death touch. I don't want to take Tor off this early though. A 5/4 for 4 looks pretty good, and it does work with excess damage. And at worst, we have a hammer. Also, the comeback card is just a lightning spear. You know what? Let's give this one a try. Also, because I don't want to compete in black, that one looks like it's overcrowded. Green looks good in terms of removal, but let's see what we get there. Okay, and from there, what's our follow-up? We have a Chandra. We have a Shimmer Dragon, which is good. There is a bit. If we can get enough artifacts, there are some ways of getting treasures. That's pretty fine. Otherwise, we can just go for an. I did say I wanted to avoid black. We can go for green instead, actually. Like Timeless Witness, always very, very good. We don't have actual removal exactly. Chandra is nice though. I think I want to actually take the Timeless Witness here. And kind of hope we get something on the crackback. So Wolf Willow Haven, Warfire Javelineer, we kind of need more instants and sorceries. This is more of a red-blue card. Bloodbraid Marauder, can't block, has Cascade as long as there's 4. Well, Cascade and 2 is not so great, but a creature that there's a Goblin Dark Dwellers. That best way to cast a cheap spell from our graveyard. We'll take that one actually. So we actually are gonna be in the lookout for ramp cards at this point. We kind of need ways to hit. Because we're going for a mid-range style plan at this point, so we kind of need ways to survive the short game and not get and put enough pressure so that we don't get crushed by the long game. In other words, mid-range not always the strongest part. Then again, most of the cards we saw were pretty much mid-rangey at best also. I think there were a few cheap cards, but those are synergistic cards. They're just not very powerful cards. And okay, so here we have a bit of synergy here. We got Cetron, but I don't know how many Minotaurs there are. There's a Targnar, which is okay. I'm more likely to take Pia Nalar. The artifact token is a benefit. Sacrificing to make stuff that can't block is also quite good. There is a bit of a sacrifice team here as well, though it's kind of more into red-black, but we'll probably go for Pia Nalar here over Cetron. There's Targnar is interesting, but we're not married to green quite yet. And just as I say that, we hit Samut. Yeah, we'll take Samut. We're taking Samut over the Fierce Witch Stalker, though that we do have enough creatures, so that's a decent start. Not so sure how. Also, the nice thing, at least between the Hammer and Toralf God of Fury, is that as long as they don't get killed, we could easily play as either. Well, if we play Toralf's pretty much stuck. Our only chance to get back is Timeless Witness. Everything else, but if we play it as the Hammer early, we do have a shot of playing Toralf later. Also, the cards are generally very good to get back with Timeless Witness. But even then, we're not too married. But okay, we have an Alchemist Greeting, though no discard outlet. It's still probably our better option. I don't want to get into blue, much less double blue. Yeah, we're intentionally passing black, so someone down the line is very happy. We can also take an unstable Obelisk. It's we can sack this one and we can kind of get it back. Yeah, we don't exactly have discard outlets for this one. I'm actually more inclined to take the unstable Obelisk here. And okay, we got Omen of the Forge, Nessian Horn Beetle. This is really okay, I guess. We don't have any very big cards. Passing a Blood Crypt. Omen's fine early. Nessian, generally the Horn Beetle is better if we go red-green because we will have a lot of creatures that fit the bill. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go. But they say get removal early first. Let's take the Omen first. Okay, and we also got a strike. Okay, so there's a Riel. We don't have a way to discard, but it's kind of dependent on cycling. We do have a Strike It Rich though, so we can fix our mana this way. Actually, I'm liking a lot of the Modern Horizons 2 cards that are coming in. Between Strike It Rich, Timeless Witness, Lightning Spear came back. But also you find the Cursed Idol. So this one's very flexible. We can also create we can also ramp and venture if we need to. But I think we're probably best taking the Lightning Spear. It's essentially removal, so we can kind of work with that one. What else are we? So we have a bit of early. Okay, I would not consider this early removal, but it's still something. We got the Woodland Champion back. We also got Lair of the Hydra, which I'm probably more inclined to take. Because this is a lot more annoying. The Woodland Champion, like how many tokens are we making? Pia Nalar, Strike It Rich. Actually, we do have a good... We can kind of combo out. We'll take the Lair. And there's a Warfire Javelineer. How many instants and sorceries do we have? One sorcery, that's it. So nothing else really panning out. But we'll take it anyway in case we can get more down the line. But it's not looking too great. I might be putting too much value on Timeless Witness here. But we actually we got a lot of good stuff back. So what do I want? Targnar or Blood Aspirant? We actually have ways to sacrifice. I'm actually gonna take the Blood Aspirant this time. Targnar is okay, but since we're leaning more towards red than we're not leaning towards an equal amount of red and green, so we're going to just lean more towards red, make it easier on our mana base. So take note, we have a Strike It Rich, a Lightning Spear. We're also sacrificing the Omen if we have to. We can also sacrifice stuff with P and LR. This one sacrifices, so we're kind of mono-red sacrifice at this rate with some value. And speaking of sacrifice, we have Heartfire Immolator, which is a decent creature, also good sacrifice. We can also probably just take Sylvan Ranger, search your library for a basic land. This helps fix our mana, but we probably want to just go for more removal. There's a Lightning Axe is really good as removal. Allows us to pitch something. I don't know how much madness there is, so I'm more likely to take the Heartfire Immolator. It's more effective in the longer term. Hey, we got Davriel. We also got Den of the Bugbear, which I actually like. Okay, this costs X less to cast. Actually, this is quite... Oh, wow, we have too much value here. So, Wayward Sword 2, Volcanic Salvo, which I'm inclined to take. Solemn Simulacrum, always good. Den of the Bugbear, I'm kind of hoping this one comes back, but that's good also. Siege Gang Commander, actually the one I'm least likely to take here. So... Volcanic Salvo deals 6 damage each to... I'm hoping to take the Solemn Simulacrum and hope the Salvo wheels because people think it's too expensive to cast. We're gonna go with that line. Hey! Okay, so we have options here. We can go Beanstalk Giant to ramp early, but I might want to actually just go for Magda. We do have a sacrifice team, so I'm hoping Kazul's Fury comes back. Though take note, it's really only the Blood Aspirant that's taking advantage of it. Well, Timeless Witness also kind of takes advantage of it. We kind of need more actual spells because, let's see, we literally have only one sorcery right now. Oh wait. Oh, there's also Welding Sparks, which is really good for us, but we probably should take the Seasoned Pyromancer. This one's just really good here. So we're kind of going all out on red right now. I'm not too sure if the green is gonna even make it. There's a young Pyromancer, but again, we're lacking instants and sorceries. Earthshaker Kenra probably fits the bill better. Wow. Yeah, right now the Earthshaker Kenra is probably better. So right now, the green is kind of questionable. It's only that these guys are good, but they're not super necessary right now. Because remember, this is cube. Kind of everything is good. That said, we're kind of drafting a deck that doesn't exactly have that much synergy. Like, the only card that barely takes advantage of what we have so far is the Blood Aspirant. Well, P and Nalar also kind of takes advantage of it in terms of having fodder to sacrifice. That said, we do have a good number of Okay, Sarkhan's Unsealing, Rimrock Knight. This one gives us another instant. Creature spell with power 4, 5, or 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's, in other words, it's literally just Toralf. We're gonna have to pass on this one. There's a Mayhem Devil, which is really good. I might consider taking it for the time being over Rimrock Knight. We're gonna speculate. Because we're gonna speculate, see if we can make room for something like that. We also got Mizzix Mastery, but instant or sorcery card from your graveyard, and we have none of it. We do have a hollow one, which kind of counts. Hall of Oracles, we can't exactly activate that. Charmbreaker Devils, we're not exactly running it. Oh wow, someone's gonna be lucky with the Mizzix Mastery. I have to take the hollow one. Oh, we're not doing so well here. We're not doing so well. Let's hope that we can get the instants and sorceries we need on pack 3. Otherwise, well, technically we have a Feigned Death. We have a Containment Breach. This gives us a sorcery. It's a lesson. So I don't really want to run that. There's an Enchanted Carriage. Yeah, not too exciting. Heck, if I might end up just taking the Containment Breach or the Cliff Top Breach. We'll take the Containment Breach. We might still hit green. Okay, we did hit a few cards for green. We have a Spirit Summoning, Path of the World, Tree Searcher Library, basic card. Ironically, I don't want to take the Spider Spawning. Okay, the Volcanic Salvo did come back. Perilous Mirror also is also in the line here. I probably want to take the Volcanic Salvo at this point. Got Thriving Heat. Can't exactly... We have a Daredevil Dragster. I'll take the Dragster. Because it might fit here. Moonscallion enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter on it. Remove a +1/+1 counter. Ooh, interesting. Filigree familiar. There's a Night of Autumn. Looks like... And the Sarkhan's and Sealing. Yeah, that was never gonna make it. We do have a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Oh, but we have Fiery Temper also. Nothing too great on black. The Thriving Bluff is probably the one I want to see come back because that's probably the most important one for us. I'm gonna take the Fiery Temper for now because it's a decent burn spell. I would like to play Dryad, I guess. Because it kind of works with everything that we have. We're gonna take the Fiery Temper first. We got Conspiracy Theorist. We have an Orcus Prince of Undeath. So this is actually a good one to pivot us towards black red. I'm actually gonna take the Orcus. So we're going to speculate. We're gonna cut out the Timeless Witness and Samut for now. And then we're gonna see which one makes it in. We got Temple of Malady. Go for Blood. Deck of Many Things is probably the safest pick. Doom Necromancer is actually also a good one. So is Pitiless Plunder. We don't exactly have anything really big to buy back. The deck is actually fun to play with. We'll take the deck for now. There's a chance that one of those cards will wheel back. We do need a few more removal spells. I'm actually quite inclined to go for Mayhem Devil, Feign Death, or Orcus Prince of Undeath. This actually looks like a decent plan to go with as well. It's looking a lot better compared to Timeless Witness and Samut. Samut's is very, very good, don't get me wrong, but I think we're more in line towards the red-black. So all of a sudden, me passing all that black early is kind of... Okay, so we have a Pillar of Flame and an Improvised Weaponry. We have also an Arnie Slays the Troll. This one's actually good. You may cast target... Okay, so problem with Flame Painter, we don't have enough instant sorceries. I might just take the Improvised Weaponry first. It's not cheap. Okay. Furious Rise, we don't have that many. Goblin Wizardry might be interesting. I might actually prefer that over the Hobgoblin Captain. But what's our curve? We got a few twos, a few trees. Not that many on the other ones. This is actually... I kind of wish this was the dwarf one, the one with Foretell. I guess we're taking the Hobgoblin Captain here. So, actually right now, I'm more inclined to go Feign Death, Mayhem Devil, Orcus. Okay, got Blazing Rootwalla, County Ambush, Shafet Monitor. Okay, the green is starting to look better again, but not by much. Also, Mask of Immolation kind of fits the deck well. This one might actually... One of these two might actually come back. I think I'll take the Blazing Rootwalla first. And we'll take Kalane, so that one fits in our lines. So Filigree Familiar, Toralf, Volcanic Salvo. The Hobgoblin Captain is definitely our weakest card here. Deck of Many Things, probably not gonna fit. Undercity's Embrace. It's a way to get it's removal and it's pretty good. I will take it actually. So right now the Unstable Obelisk is actually not looking so great. Actually, Hollow One's also not looking great too. So we got cards back. So this is what we get back. We are not going to be able to do any learn lessons, so we can ignore the lesson cards right now. Sir Conrad's probably the best one in the list. I'm not so sure if I'm going to run him. There's an Inkcaster. It's better than most. I'm going to take the Chainweb Arachner in case I change my mind and go back to green. Okay, these are not going to go anywhere. Probably just take the Lazab is more likely to be the one to... Okay, let's take some cards to in case we need to go back to red-green. But it looks like we have a solid black-red base here. So we do have a plan. Now just to see how well it's going to pan out. And just waiting for the last few packs. Okay. And waiting for servers, probably the one thing you do not want to see. Oh well. Anyway, so that's... I don't know what our last card would be. So definitely no... Well, the good thing about leaning more towards red is that so we're set up with a 10-7, which is very good. I'm tempted to... Okay, let's check our instant and sorceries because even there's a limitation here. Goblin Dark Dwellers is not going to cast Volcanic Salvo. It will cast Temper, Improvised Weaponry, Strike It Rich, Feign Death, Undercity's Embrace. Okay, that's good enough. Now the next question. Unstable Obelisk. Do we really need this one or can I substitute it for, say, Deck of Many Things or Hollow One? Again, we don't exact... How many cards do we have that cause us to discard? Pretty much the only ones causing us to discard is gonna be the Seasoned Pyromancer. So that's kind of the dream. But we're not too committed to it, so I can actually just ditch the Blazing Root Walla for something else. So the question is, do I want a Hollow One? It gives us a card to cycle with. We definitely want another creature. Hobgoblin Captain's not the best choice here. I can also go... Conrad is also a good... Kind of helps us a bit also. We could go with that route. Though, let's see, what's our curve? 15 cards... 17 cards then on 1, 2, 3. I guess that's fine. Though we can also just play Warfire Javelineer now that we actually have 6 targets, so this also counts. I might actually go with that one for now. Let's take it easy on our mana base. And so I'm actually feeling relatively confident here. Okay, we don't have a bunch of the others quite yet. So we'll see how this goes. We have a good amount of removal. We have a decent plan, I would say. That's all. That's pretty much I can ask for. We don't have super synergy, so we're relying on our interaction to break up the synergies of our opponents. Tinker's Cube is generally a synergy-based draft. So we have a few synergies of our own, not too many. The better plan... So the plan is, let's see how much of our opponent can we mess up with. So we kind of want to have an opening hand with some removal. Okay, this one's super sketchy. We can play Heartfire Immolator and Blood Aspirant. I'm gonna keep this one, but again, super sketchy. The good news, this is traditional draft, so we can I can kind of mess up this game, and hopefully we can catch up in the next one. And also, let's be polite. Well, I would have liked that earlier. So we'll play the Heartfire Immolator first. Opponent might have burn spell for this. No, Earthshaker Kenra going for it. Okay, that's fine. And okay. No reason to kill the Earthshaker Kenra quite yet. I would have loved... That would have been so much better with the Blood Aspirant. We technically could still do that. We can just... though I would really prefer to hit a land. You happen on the Glade, so opponent gets to reload. Well, the good news is these only hit well, so their play is certain. Opponent wants to okay, opponent's not gonna test us there. Still missing land, so that's a bit annoying. I don't want to, so we're not gonna hold up for this one. I might just cast a Lightning Spear just for the prowess. We'll offer up Kalane. So, but we really need to hit mana soon. If we don't hit mana, we're in Rex Sage. Let's see. Which one does our opponent go for? Lightning Spear, I'm okay with. Okay, that's fine. If it was the treasure token, I would have spent it immediately. We'll take the hit. Missing man. Okay, we finally hit our land. So we have options here. But our number one option is definitely to cast the Warfire Javelineer. Play the treasure. And target creature with that because we have a strike at Rich, so we actually get to go through for quite a bit. Next turn, I might end up just casting Toralf's Hammer. Actually, we could flashback the strike at... Oh, opponent is gonna start making small tokens. Total power among creatures you control. So we hit another mana. So this costs 6. Take note that's only for excess non-combat damage, but the point here is pretty much to set up the Volcanic Salvo next turn. If our opponent has a way to kill Toralf, I'll be really sad. Wander's Enclave. Unstable Obelisk might be... Okay, that might be a bit slow. Opponent makes a Saproling. That's kind of fine. Oh, and it combos nicely with Toralf. And how much and how does the non-combat damage work? So there's a 5 and there's a 2. It's dealt to any target other than that permanent. Oh, there you go. 7 damage. So it's a good thing that Volcanic Salvo came back. Opponent concedes, but there is a game 2, so we have to be on the lookout. We barely survived that one. That was very scary. So let's try not to do that again next time. So looks like everything we have is quite good so far. So I'm not inclined to change anything. The blazing root wall might come in just to give us something early, but I would have no idea what to cut. Because everything looks pretty good here. We'll kind of run it as is. So yeah, that was a very good hit there. Okay, this time I will take a mulligan because the last time at least we had creatures we can play, so we were doing something. This time we're doing nothing. Yeah, we got a lightning spear, but we can't even play Kalane, so we're gonna mulligan this. This one is much better. I probably might bin the salvo, which is sad. At least we have a 4/4 menace. And at least our opponents... Yeah, okay, now maybe I wish... So play out the lightning spear. Opponent probably has a Rex Sage on the ready, which is fine. I'd rather they Rex Sage this one rather than unstable. Oh, opponent's stuck. So we're gonna actually pass. I'm not gonna cast Unstable Obelisk because with our opponent stuck on mana, Careless Celebrant in dice deals 2 damage to target creature. Oh, okay, that's perfect. Then we probably will play the swamp this time. So okay, we'll keep holding back. Worst, because I can at least sacrifice the Omen, which is not a bad play. Opponent also took a mulligan earlier, but they're really desperate. They missed some land drops while we are flooding as heck. So we got a swamp and an Earthshaker Kenra. We don't have anything that needs a second swamp, so we can bin that swamp out. So I'm actually gonna just play the Earthshaker Kenra here. Basically, the key is to leave enough mana so that we can bolt something. Gadraktic. Oh, we're not bolting that. Yeah, this only has haste, so we're gonna actually leave it be. Opponent hitting Gadrak's quite good. They probably are doing like a Furious Rise or Colossal Majesty. Omen of the Forge. Gain that. Let's see if our opponent's willing to trade. No, they're not willing to trade. So we get to start going in for beats. Rex Sage. They are going to target the Obelisk most likely. Oh, they're going to target... If they target the Lightning, I will probably just... I'll probably just send it off. Yeah, we'll do that. This is, hold on. Without paying its mana cost, so we're gonna cast Fiery Temper, targeting the Rex Sage. And we might as well strike it rich. That said, we are still relatively in trouble here. Our opponent is close to 5. Oh, they hit 5 mana already. They could have something big. We're basically holding up enough mana for an unstable obelisk to nuke out their next threat. We're just very fortunate our opponent got so delayed. So that's pretty much... So that's one thing we can thank our lucky stars for. Opponent goes ruthless you. Guys. Oh. They get to search for a creature with power or toughness. Okay, let's hope that's not too bad. Because we get to hit in for 7. Our opponent will need multiple threats. Okay, Zilrota is very fine. Because unstable obelisk still gets that. So yeah, our opponent needs to have... Okay, let's... If they have multiple things, we can use the unstable obelisk there. Basically, it's if we can escort the goblin dark dwellers through. If they take it out, it's... Well, it's sad, but it is what it is. We got a lot of value out of this act, to be fair. Opponent concedes. Yeah, they know whatever they drop, the unstable obelisk is already imminent. Our opponent also has an unstable obelisk. They just got very unfortunate with their mana there. So there we go. We got our first match. Very and pretty decent at that. Just a bit of shame. Just a bit of a shame that our opponent did. Well, actually, let's say this: we got kind of mana screwed early. We happened to have a good hand that took advantage of it. Our opponent got mana screwed. They were not able to take advantage of it. So something to keep in mind. So we got one match down. We want to at least get one more match so we get our money, our gold back. I would like to get all 3 matches, get a little more profit in. Pay up for another... Let's say this. Okay, we can keep this. So Kalain into Blood Aspirant with holding up the treasure so we can feign death if we need to. So that's a plan. Yeah, we have a plan at least. Also the 10-7 split on the lands. In this case, we're not getting too punished for it because... Oh, it's the same opponent. Is it the same opponent? Oh my goodness, I'm very sorry for it. Matchmaking says it's the same opponent again. If our opponent goes for Wolf Willow Haven, okay, that's fine. So we're missing lands. No, we'll not pay with treasure. Because we have a plan for that. If our opponent manages to drop something big, we can Undercities embrace it. Migration path. So our opponent's just ramping. If they go wide, that's the issue. So far, it's just go tall. And we kind of have answers for that. It's also tempting to just cast Toralf right away, but we know our opponent's about to drop something really big. Chandra. No, that only sacks creature.
Pyromancer extraordinaire. Mostly.
Unstable obelisk. Okay, so wow, opponent is going really wide, but they don't exactly have anything to follow up. They might just plus. Okay, they're going for damage.
Don't worry.
We'll take that. So what we'll do is we'll probably just improvise weaponry and hit back.
Give it up, and you'll pay.
Oddly enough, we seem to have done more than our opponent
I'm late
has.
to meditation anyway.
So, opponent goes for a careless celebrant. Ooh, that's gonna be annoying. That said, we do have a feign death, so we can kind of take advantage of it. Also have an Earthshaker camera. We're really not paying for this as much as possible. At least not yet. We know because right now the payoff is not so great, and we know our opponents because I don't want to incentivize our opponent to use. Maybe making our opponent use this up might not be such a bad idea, actually. You happen on the blade. Return target permanent. Okay, that's fine. Recast.
Anyone need a match? No. Too bad.
Opponent is just really going wide with Chandra. So nothing exactly to get back. So what we might do is... Hold on. How do we do this? Swing everything at Chandra. We'll see how our opponent blocks. Blocks Kenra. So that means they're gonna deal 2 damage probably to Kalain. So we'll let that block happen. So we'll see who they snipe. Returns back tap. We can play a Heartfire Immolator. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Opponent, for all the stuff that our opponent did, okay, now they're seriously flooded. Also, if they want this one, they have to do this now. Alchemist Greeting. Sure. Opponent's just gonna dome us for another 2. We're very fine with that. Oh no, they're going to recast. They're gonna recast You Happen on the Glade to buy back Chandra again. Oh, actually, that's actually very interesting. They get to buy back Chandra, be annoying that way. I'm so tempted to probably cast Orcus at this point. Oh no, they're getting back the Celebrant. No, again, not paying with treasure. Yeah, it feels weird we're not paying with treasure right now. But because the thing is, we don't exactly benefit from a really large Torah. Well, this has trample, so we kind of do benefit. No, not too bad. We got our opponent to use it up. Mission failed successfully. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Return up to X target creature card with total mana value X or less. So if you want to get Toralf back, that's 8 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that's 8 mana. Yeah, see? I can also get that stuff back. Oh, it gets back with haste too. Nice. But we kind of showed our trump card there with we kind of showed our trump card there, so that might spell problems with our next game. Actually, it's gonna be interesting. We'll keep it as is for now. Because our opponent was very unfortunate not to hit any of their big guns there. We did have the Undercity Embrace on standby. But yeah, it's... You know what? If I might want to wait a minute before we get on our third match, because there's a good chance we might match up with our friend again. I'm so tempted to look at the playback to see if this is the same person or not, but the cards look very similar. I did see a Return to a Glade. I saw a Migration Path. Those are consistent. I saw an Obelisk. I don't remember if I saw Wolf Willow Haven. Chandra was new. I know they have a Zilrota. But they didn't have much in the way of an early game. So that's the part where we have an advantage. I would not be surprised if our opponent is doing a massive shift on their deck list at this point, if they happen to draft that way. We do have the capability of shifting towards red-green, but to what benefit compared to what we have? Hard to say. I actually think that our red-black is a lot better. I don't think we'll benefit from the red-green that much. So let's see what our opponents decide. I should really pay attention to what our opponents are. So okay, we got the turn 1 strike at Rich. We can Javelineer for 1. This is okay. Admittedly, it's super slow, but we have a start. Opponent goes Dragon. Oh, so that's their plan. All of a sudden, the strike at Rich is looking better now. So I can do turn 2 Obelisk, but that's, let's see, turn 2 Obelisk puts us at 3, puts us at 4. Yeah, I guess we can do that. Or you know what? Let's hold. Let's wait. Because our opponent's playing red-green, and if this really is the same opponent, they have a Rex Sage. Oh no, they have Squee. Okay. So that's gonna be annoying. But could be worse. So okay, we got Kalane. So let's play the land first. If we go Kalane, that's 1-2, then that sets us back to 1-2-3. No, we'll do Warfire Javelineer first. Take the problem out early. Next turn we can go... Opponent goes Gadra. They want to start making treasures. We also want to start making treasures. I'm actually going to take the damage for now. Okay, so we hit a Heartfire Immolator. We have the Strike at Ridge as well. Now... Yes, slight bit of awkwardness here, but we're going to go Unstable Obelisk into Heartfire Immolator. We do need black mana for Undercity Embrace, but that might have to wait a bit. Worst case scenario, I Goblin Dark Dwellers to strike it rich, so we have extra bodies on board. Because the thing is, I don't want them to recast this. I also don't want them to just sacrifice Squee. So I might just take the hit here. See what else they come up with, because it might not be so bad. Zilrota is fine. Oh, okay, there we go. Again, Undercity Embrace not so great. I have to snipe that one first. I can cast Kalane into Undercity's Embrace just to give ourselves a bit more of a board. So they sacrifice either Gadrak or Zilrota. They're going for Gadrak. So this has trample. We are going to be taking a bit of a beating here. Valkyrie Goblin. Might cast Squee again just to 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, if they cast Squee again, this is really bad. Yeah, because flashing back Undercity's Embrace is not gonna quite do it here. They just sacrifice Squee again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We actually need 8 mana total. So I might have to strike it. I might have to strike it rich. Cast the Earthshaker Kenra. We're not paying with treasure. Because this one's destined to die. So the question is, can I survive this? Our opponent can also pump it up. Yeah, because one hit from this one's lethal already. That's the problem. Yeah, I guess our opponent finally got the win on us if this is the same opponent. Okay, so we take 4 damage. Okay, so we take 4 damage this way. Five, 6. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we're pretty much dead no matter. We're pretty much dead no matter what. Our opponent just has to pump twice, and yeah, that's good game. Is this one? Oh no, it says. Oh no, yeah, it's +1/+1 because of Zilrota. Okay. So now that we know that situation. Yeah, I guess our opponent might catch up if they open like that. Yeah, the Squee is gonna be so annoying here. Is there a way we can? We don't have a way to exile. That's a problem. I could put a deck of many things, but we really just need more gas. I guess I'm gonna stick with this one because I can't think of anything better to change into. Our opponent probably is gonna get their revenge on us. But let's see if we can turn this around. Okay, we got Magda, so I'm okay with this. Opponent's really taking advantage of those mulligans. Because we have such a low curve, we don't have to take advantage of it that much. If we can hit the third land, I would love to hit Mayhem Devil. Oh, ask and ye shall receive. We'll go Magda. Next turn, Mayhem Devil. Then opponent. Oh, okay, maybe not quite. No, not quite Seasoned Pyromancer either. I guess I play the Filigree Familiar first. If our opponent has cheap stuff, I really want to draw a card. In worst case scenario, it's just Lightning Spear equip and start swinging. Opponent goes Wolf Willow Haven. They're stuck. I like it when they're stuck. So yes, we will search for a basic mountain. So next turn we can actually just Lightning Spear and bolt the next thing they drop. Careless Celebrant. Whichever one our opponent takes out, they kind of lose because we draw a card in the process. Okay, got land. I might want to start saving up on a few lands so that Seasoned Pyromancer has... Wait, how does this work? For each non-land card discarded this way. That's fine. The next turn we can do Mayhem Devil, either Lightning Sack Spear or Sack Forge as needed. Earthshaker Kendra. Then it's going frisky. Yeah, we're gonna start safe. And I think our opponent might have had a really unfortunate... Might have been really unfortunate for our opponent if they... Well, they do have a double red would be an issue. So far it's just mostly green, so we might be able to get our way through this. Dragon Master Outcast. Do they have a follow-up? Cartouche of Strength. Well, Volcanic Salvo, Heartfire Immolator. So both of these are great. I'm probably gonna just... Now, since our opponent is so behind, I'm actually more than willing to just swing at this point. Now, I could cast this one so that I can hold up even more damage up. Now, this one is target creature or planeswalker, so not very ideal. Opponent concedes good game. Yeah, they got messed up by they took one mulligan already, to take note. So I'm already suspecting that because it's happening to our opponent quite a lot, the problem is their curve. I think they were expecting like, oh, I'm gonna hit all my ramp. I'm going to ramp into this big thing and this big thing. Like, in note, all our opponent's creatures were like 5 mana. I don't think they dropped the 6 mana, but I would not be surprised if they did. But that's an issue. Like, before you get to the late game, you have to go through the early game and the middle game. There's no skipping that unless you're a certain combo deck. Actually, in fact, most combo decks, they want to avoid going to the mid game, late game. They want to just end it right then and there. So your plan either works that way or you need a plan to survive early. So we actually got our money back, so not bad. Let's see if we can make a profit on this event. Ay. But otherwise we're doing very well for Tinker's Cube. Really liking what we're going through. Am I probably gonna do this again next week? If we don't have anything else different, maybe. I kind of like to do, like, after doing that one shot of Jumpstart, I like to do Jumpstart again, but I kind of want to do it on my own. Not necessarily on my own time. I don't mind sharing it with everyone. Okay, so super slow. We have a bit of removal, but... And okay, this is a different opponent this time. I paid attention already. Maybe our opponent has... No early burn spell, so we'll take that. Then next turn we can go either Improvised Weaponry or Careless Celebrant. Let's see if our opponent blocks. Opponent does not block. We actually don't mind Earthshaker Kenra dying, but it just happens to be our only creature right now, so... Bit of a concern there. If our opponent's just gonna go for trades, I'm actually fine with it right now. Let's see what our opponent's follow-up is. Skullport Merchant. Oh, we're not getting through that. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. I can just go Orcus, but our opponent might have... What we probably should do is just swing... Oh wait, we can kind of swing. So that one's a bit irrelevant. This one is probably the more relevant one. So more importantly, no sacrifice engine immediately. So our opponent can't just sack the Careless Celebrant quite right away. We are in a bit of danger though. Opponent probably should swing first. Like, I can cast Lightning Spear, but I still have to hold up Fiery Temper. We do have Orcus Prince of Undeath X minus... Ooh. Opponent might as well swing a Careless Celebrant. Oh, if they go discard, I'm gonna be happy for it. It will slow us down quite a bit. Okay. I'll take that. That was fine. So we will swing with Earthshaker Kenra. It will probably get blocked. Oh no, it's not getting blocked. Okay. So yeah, Undercity Embrace not so great right now. Blood Aspirant. Opponent actually might as well start... Oh, they're not swinging, eh? Okay. One of these days, we will... Okay, this definitely should make you block. Our opponent's trying to go for the value engine, but if that's what their plan is, I'm all for it. So right now, no real... Okay, opponent finally blocks it. We also have Trample too. Oh yeah, Lightning gives it Trample, so... Then we can end the turn safely here. We actually can Undercity Embrace and sack the Lightning... Opponent is stuck. Or do they have Instant Speed? Instant Speed removal is also likely, so... Probably don't want... We will sack Omen of the Forge at least. Because I can Orcus just to get back Earthshaker Kenra. Opponent goes Harvester of Souls. Also, this does not have... Oh, this will gain... And you know what? Since our opponent tapped out already, we're going for... Yeah, that's it. Opponent gambled it on that last card. Unfortunately, we had to show the... But at least we know our opponent has a lot of cheap stuff, and we have to take advantage of that. So all that removal is going to come into play. I'm tempted to say put another flyer because of Rankle. But I think we might be fine. Let's go for it for now. We probably could use some more help. That's 2 cards for 1 though. Now he has a hand advantage. Yeah, there was a point where I was really so worried about his hand advantage actually. More of in the sense that our opponent wasn't exactly dropping their cards quite a lot. I think it's a case of our opponent having drafted way too synergistically. Okay, we can't keep this one. We know we're red main. We can definitely keep this one. We don't exactly have instant or sorcery, so we can keep here. When it goes Battle Cry Goblin, we will technically I could have waited for our opponent to cast another like pump their goblins, so burn their mana even more. I just wanted to black Heartfire Immolator. They're doing the same thing, I guess. Now we don't let's see if our opponent's more likely to just start pumping and then just swing in. Yeah, yeah, 2 card. Very good. Oh, okay, so we're drawing a card. Okay, if this is our opponent's next play, yeah, the prowess is slightly waste, but our opponent does have a lot of good card draw there. So we will block. We will draw a card. We have our own Heartfire Immolator if need be. Yeah, I think I'm just going for it now. Because our opponent has demonstrated definitely demonstrated having enough instants and sorceries. Rankle. They probably, I don't think they'll let us, yeah, they're not gonna let us discard anymore. Our opponent might have a way to save it. Nope. Yeah, I don't really like that I'm doing it all on my turn, but our opponent's not exactly doing much on their turn either. 5. Harvester of Souls. Okay, did not hit the Undercity Embrace. Whenever another token creature dies, you may draw a card. Okay, so first up, might as well play the Mayhem Devil, because we're probably going to sack the Omen of the Forge anyway. We're gonna take 5, which is a big deal. Charmbreaker Devils. Oh wow, they did hit their curve. Let's see, their spell, but they only have 1 instant, 1 sorcery, but that becomes an 8/4. Okay, so what's our other plan? This deals only 3 damage. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 mana to deal 3 damage? Yuck. If I sack this now... Yeah, I was trying to avoid that one, but... Does this give for... No, it's just some +4/+0. The question is... Yeah, they're getting back Academic Dispute. So, one of my creatures can be forced to block, most likely Toralf. Wait, they can force the Mayhem... Forcing the Mayhem Devil to block, eh? Now, the bad news is our opponent's gonna benefit a lot from this. I could Illuminate History, discard any number of cards. Well, Oh, they might have a kill spell. Alchemist Greeting. Yeah, there's no way around it. Opponent draws a card. Yeah, we have to hold all this back just for the Charmbreaker Devils. We're probably gonna lose this game. Oh, they're not gonna even swing with that. Oh yeah, because the academic disputed the other one. Okay. So probably just gonna pass. Oh wait, no, they did this one. Okay. So might as well sack this now, but we probably should concede at this point. Our opponent got their synergy going. Yeah. Like, our only hope is the big salvo, and even then, we don't have the mana to cast that. Okay, Warfire Javelinier X equals 0. Okay, let's... So, very last game for the day. Last game for the day, we'll see if we can come back from that one. So we need to finish off our opponent relatively quickly. We also need to have more gas. Yeah, we need to be faster. That basically saying. Dark Dwellers is fine because it's a 2-for-1. The Javelinier is not so fine. They do have some smaller cards, but not enough. Sir Conrad might be a thing. Hollow One is also a possibility because at least I can cycle it if things are really bad. Yeah, I think I go for the Hollow. Because what's the... Yeah, because we have a deck of many things, but probably nowhere to really use it. Alternately, there's Sarkhan's Unsealing, but again, it's only Dark Dwellers, Toralf, and that's it. No one else really benefits from this. Orcus also, but that's like 3 shots. We can get more shots if we say Kalane into it, but that's super desperate. I think... And I don't think our deck is set up for that. Yeah, we will probably have an issue here. Yeah, this one definitely an issue. Okay, turn 1. Okay, we do have a good curve. Turn 1 strike at reach, turn 2 Kalane. Or Omen if we need to. So we managed to get our treasures. I should check. Is Revel in, I did not check if Revel in Riches was here. That would be an interesting card to have here. Okay, Omen. Opponent might have a burn spell for this. It'll be sad, but I'm kind of fine with it, I suppose. So next turn, we have multiple options. Like I can improvise weaponry, filigree, familiar. Wow, improvised weaponry, filigree, familiar is gonna be... That's a plan, actually. Like I said, we need... Like I said, we need to hit it off really quickly. And we're starting to get a bit flooded on mana anyway, so I might as well go for this. Let's go for the fast 5-5. Let's force our opponent to have... A Careless Celebrant's not gonna quite do it. A Vorpal Sword, not gonna quite do it either. I mean, in fact, I'm very... Okay. My concern is our opponent could have... My concerns our opponent could have Rankle again. That would ruin it. Oh no, opponent's letting it go. So strike it rich. If our opponent goes Rankle, I'm gonna let both of them go. Opponent goes equips the sword. Heartfire Immolator. Yeah, Death Touch is going to be annoying, so we're going to snipe it now. Then we lose Kalane. Oh wait, no, we lose the Filigree because it has Death Touch. Okay, my bad. Hold it up a bit more. Yeah, I forgot. I should not have let our opponent equip. That was my mistake. So that might be our big goof up. I don't know if our opponent's gonna sack their Immolator immediately. Like we can technically we we could technically sack Kalane, sack Omen, buff up our Blood Aspirant a little bit. Yeah, I forgot about that interaction. Academic Fist. Now this one just gives +2/+0. Problem is, this is a very good combo. So it makes it a 4/4. Oh, opponent's not gonna make it a 4/4. Oh wow. I need to hold on to... Ooh, our opponent missed the should have gone for the Kalane immediately. Okay, so we got the Orcus now. We're gonna swing right away. Sir Conrad. So I need this to be 8. We're at 7 mana right now. Take a basic land. I might actually hold this. And this one deals damage to each opponent. Okay, so there's that. Cause right now as it is, I can get back x equals 3. If I want to get back x equals 4, which I kind of want to do. Like if our opponent swings with this, I just block sack with the sack the Blood Aspirant. If our opponent does any other removal, I probably... Oh, I could actually have them sack the creature. P and Nalar, okay. That's fine, actually. Slightly premature, but I'll take it. Also, because if we hit the land, I can Orcus X. I can Orcus X equals 4. Okay, taking early beats. I might wait a turn. Yeah, I might wait a turn. Opponent's just gonna go for the mill. Ooh, not far out. So our opponent's just gonna go mill us out here. So we'll see if they put a. But I'm really curious if they're gonna just go equip and like attack or something. That's another thing. Okay. Gonna block this one here. Come here. Hold on a sec. Nothing naman. This one, is this the one that's hurting? I don't see anything inside. Wala. This one is sacrifice a creature or enchantment. Okay. Kind of meaningless to do either. Yeah, this is some let be. Our opponent's Bloodbraid Marauder into Cascade. Cascade into Skeleton. So unfortunately we have the... Oh, we're gonna lose 4 life as well. I guess we can go x5 in case our opponent has a way to pump this. I don't think they do though. Opponent might just pay for Sir Conrad. Also, we're gonna lose quite a bit of life here, so maybe it's a good idea not to go overboard there. Yeah, it's a good thing we waited a little bit. Bake into a pie. Okay. So that gets rid. Yeah, that gets rid of all their stuff. But now we're at a disadvantage because we're really opponents. Well, neither of us are doing anything, so I'm actually gonna pass here. We do have a seasoned... Wait, we still have a seasoned Pyromancer, right? Yeah, we still have a seasoned Pyromancer. Now, the Vorpal Sword is getting close to being a threat here. Charmbreaker Devils. What do they hit? Bake into a Pie, Academic Dispute. Oh, yikes. They can cast Academic Dispute, so that makes it an 8. 9, 10. Oh, okay, that's lethal. So I'm forced to cast Magda. I don't think... Yeah, we're probably not going to win this one. Yeah, opponent hits Bake into a Pie, so yeah, that's a good game. Opponent with the good instant speed removal. We can concede right here. See, writing's on the wall. We could have also wiped earlier, but I think we kind of waiting was just fine. It was just unfortunate that we hit a huge glut of lands there. That said, I'm not too unhappy with the outcome. Two match wins, albeit against the same opponent. I'm okay with that. We got our money back at least. And let's see what we're getting. Okay, the uncommons are not inspiring. I'll take that as a rare though. That's gonna be it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications and whatnot. I might end up doing another shot at Cube here, because at least I know we will have at least another week of this until Innistrad Midnight Hunt comes. That said, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Thank you very much for tuning in, Jericho Ilagan and Jeff Ellis. Yeah, I actually yeah, the lessons the comments you gave more appropriate for our last opponent compared to the second match opponent. But it's always a good point. Nothing wrong in being reminded of things like that. We just happened to be fortunate a bit. We didn't exactly tinker that much, but we did reasonably well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.